Yo, 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 what is up, guys? And welcome to ATV Farms, episode 185, but American Farming, episode 3 of the Wisconsin 1980s farming series. Now, I know I said that there wouldn't be an American farming video out today. Well, it's not supposed to be today's episode. It's supposed to be tomorrow's episode, but I'm going to be too busy to record a video tomorrow during the day. So, today's tasks are going to be as follows. Once I grab my mechanical pencil. So we have to drill wheat and soybeans today. So, with all that said, let's move. Wrong button. There we go. So, we're going to head on down to the shop. And I'm the only one, like I said in the first two videos, I'm the only one on the farm. I don't have any farm hands quite yet. So we're going to be doing a lot of stuff on our own. So the planter we're going to be using is this seed drill right here, the 1971 International 5300 seed drill. Let's get the door open, get the 1086 hooked up, and head on out to the field. So we haven't gone broke yet. Grandpa's farm has not gone broke yet. But let's just get hooked up. Now, this video will probably be one of the longer videos. Make sure we got that hooked up. PTO's in. Alright, let's move. Because we're using a smaller seed drill. So, I don't know which field is going to be what, so we're going to set the GPS. Well, we only own 3 fields. So let's check crop type. Field 9 is oats. And field 11 is going to be soybeans. So let's go to field 11. And I don't know what crop is currently in the drill. So I don't know if that's soybean. I don't know if that's wheat or oats. I mean, if it's oats, then we will have an oat field. We'll have 2 fields of oats to harvest this summer if the oats are fully ready. Although, as soon as we get to the field, though, and get going, I will plant a little pass, hop out of the tractor, check to see what or how good the spacings are and how deep the seeds went. And then we will hop back up into the cab and check to see what crop we are actually planting. Now, if it's oats, then that'll be fine. At least we'll get a double crop of oats and more bushels per acre into the storage bin. So it looks like we are almost to field 11. I don't know why we have to drive through the hog farm to get to field 11, but apparently we have to. So I guess that's that. and it looks like we are arriving. So let's go ahead, get into the field, get the GPS going, headlands and rows, and I want to say that is oats. But let's go ahead and check the map. Crop type. Nope, we are planting wheat. We're good. So as you can see, we are currently drilling wheat into the ground. Let's go back to first person. Yeah, we are gonna be in the cab of the tractor for probably the longest time. Because there is a lot of ground to plant and not a very big seed drill to do so. But we got a good portion of it almost done, as you can see behind us. We'll have one oat field, one wheat field, and one cornfield, I believe. I'd have to look at the map one more time to figure out how many plots of land we own for the operation. So yeah, that's something we can go ahead and pull up right now. Let's go ahead and check that. So we own 3 fields. One is already planted, and that is oats. The other one is wheat, and that third piece of land, field 2, is going to be corn. So there won't be any soybeans in the ground this first year of the 1980s farming series. But next year when we do crop rotation, the corn ground will turn to soybeans, the wheat ground will turn to corn, and then the oat ground will turn to wheat. So that's how we're going to do crop rotation. Now, the thing that I don't know is how long it's going to take to finish drilling this one field of wheat. So you guys are just going to have to bear with me when we don't have to switch. I can just do this. And then Valkyrie stays long enough. So we're going to go ahead and make one last check behind us. Oh yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and stop the GPS real quick, hop out, and let's check the spacings now that we've got two rounds of end rows done. So let's check right up underneath the drill. Good all the way across. Let's walk back a little bit. All right, I think we're good to continue. Let's keep planting. So we are gonna continue drilling oats into the ground, or not oats, wheat. Once we get going on another straightaway, then I will pull up the map that the GPS is following, or the auto steer. I know the auto steer isn't much of 1980s, but not everything in this series is going to be accurate to the 1980s. That's just what we're role-playing, is 80s. So, once we get going down that long straightaway that we're about to turn onto, that'll be when I'll pull up the GPS map and show it. So, right now, I'll pull up the map, crop type, growth. That's how much of the field we have fully planted. We are almost done. No, we're not. But, oh, I turned the camera the wrong way at the wrong time. But yes, stay tuned for tomorrow's videos as well. I'll try to have one first thing right when we get there. Probably just a quick YouTube short, which that's something I forgot to do today, but the videos itself made up for it. So we're just cruising along, drilling wheat into the field. I wonder how many acres this plot of land actually is. So we are on field 11, 3.80. So we are currently planting a 3-acre piece of land. So when we harvest the oats this summer, you guys will see the 2144 axial flow combine in action with the 30-foot grain header. One of the versatile 935 that's sitting in the main machine shed with the combine and everything. The Brent 1500 bushel auger wagon, and then this 1086 and our Kilbros gravity wagon, or grain wagon. So, and that also goes for that goes for oats, wheat, and corn harvest this fall. Now, once we get back up to date, like with the real life months, after next episode, if it is still April when I upload it, you guys won't see another video until probably the month of May, like mid to late May or early June for American farming. Because I'm trying to keep the 80s series as seasonal as possible. Now, I know that means a drop back in content for the for the channel, but if we stay in season with the real life farmers in our areas, like me, Indiana, I might actually get a couple shots of real life farmers fertilizing ground and or harvesting ground this fall. But that's not why I'm trying to do it seasonal. I'm trying to keep my video schedule in sync. I mean, I'm gonna sit down tomorrow night and write a full video script anyway, just for the sake of that way I know what the videos are gonna look like. Now, we only have one field to plant this episode, so it'll probably still be a 20-minute video, depending on how long it takes to plant this 3-acre plot of land. My goal is to keep it under 20, or keep it under 45. I mean, if we actually push, we might be able to make that goal happen. But let's go ahead and pull up the map one more time on the iPad here in the cab. And let's check. So we've got our oat ground that is ready to harvest, and then our wheat ground that is not even close. Now, sure, the field won't be fully, like, there's gonna be a little bit of a, like, there's gonna be at least 1 or 2 gaps in the dirt. That's just from where the drill missed on the turn. So that's not going to affect our yields too terribly, I would hope. But you never know. So just sit back and enjoy. Now, there will be drone footage once. Yeah, see, right there is the spot that we missed. And we are done with all of the end rows. We just have to get into a good position to start on the north and south rows. So while the auto steer is going around the field, I'll go ahead and pull up the map. So all the end rows on the field, as you guys can see, are fully planted, except for those little two spots that aren't. So we have to do the whole middle section of the field now. I don't know when or at what point the auto steer is going to dive into said middle section. Okay, I take that back. Yes, we do. He's just going to dive right in, right there at the end of one of the end rows, and then just hope for the best. So once we get at least like 4 or 5 of the rows done, then I will check the monitor on the field, or the monitor here in the cab, and kind of show you guys the process of the field. But the drill seems to be planting good, considering it is 11 years old, because it was a 1970. No, it was a 1969 seed drill, and we bought it in 1970. So it was made in 1969. Now, if the equipment is older than the 80s, like 70s and 60s, then we're good. But I'm trying to avoid being newer than the 80s. So nothing newer than the 80s until we hit 1990. And even then, we'll probably still stick with our reliable 80s equipment. Until the farm makes the money back. Well, it looks like the sun is starting to come up. Hold on, I want to make sure I have the... Yes, I do. I just had to check the day speed settings to make sure I had it set to the right day speed. Well, at least the auto steer is doing its job right and not screwing up like Buck, like on the Nebraska Farm Series for Buck, how Corey crashed the service truck into the ditch. And yes, I do recommend, if you guys haven't, checking out Bucked Up. He's got some great videos, and he's also the guy that gave me the idea to do a video schedule. So that way I'm not posting videos every day. Like actual videos. YouTube shorts, those are fine. But, alright, when we start on the next pass heading south, then I will pull up the map on the screen here in the cab and show you guys what I mean. So we're heading south again. Alright, let's pull up the map. Crop type. That's how much is planted. Let's get it caught up. That's how much is all the purple, or all the pink is what is planted, and all the brown is still what needs to be planted. So that's how much more ground we have yet to drill. And I would like to try to get it all done today. We might not put the seed drill up at the end of the episode, but just to have the field done would be nice. And that's the goal. Is to have the field done and so we're making another round or another turn on the field. So yeah, we might put the drill up at the end of the video. I haven't fully decided on if I want to or not. I probably will, because I think there's supposed to be a rain coming tonight, and I would like to try to get all my equipment out of the elements so they don't get rust. So here in about, I'd say probably 4 more passes. On the 5th pass, if it's heading northbound or heading north, we will check the map again. But if it's not, then we're not going to check it until we hit the next north pass. I would do it heading south, but I don't really want to. So on either the 5th or 6th next pass, whenever we're heading back that way, that'll be when we check the map again and check the progress. Well, oh, there's the grain farm right there. So it's really, if we finish on a northbound pass, then we can just cut across County Road 241 and land right back onto the farm. Now, the odds of that happening, though, are slim to none. So, and like I've said, I hope y'all are enjoying this series, because I sure am, and I've got a lot more in store for it. Well, maybe not the 80s, although I can see another purchase gonna be made for the farm. Not for work, but just for, like, you know, off-road fun. I'm hinting towards a dirt bike, and possibly a trailer to haul said dirt bike. But yeah, we'll probably do it because we still have $40,000 in the bank, and I don't know, because I know the dirt bikes are only 10 grand, and I know the trailer I'm looking at is only 15 grand. So, but that also means we're gonna have to keep up on keeping everything full of fuel So meaning like as soon as we get done with planting with this, once we get the seed drill put away, we're going to go and fill the tractor with fuel so it's ready for the summer harvest of oats and hopefully this wheat ground. So in 4 more rows, I'll pull up the map for you guys to see. I'll give you 4 more rows, and then I'll pull up the map. But yes, on the next pass, when we're heading towards the farm, that'll be when we check the map. So it'll be in 1 more pass. And it looks like we're over halfway done with this field. Now, I might just go ahead and upload this video tonight. Then that way I don't have to worry about it tomorrow with the other couple videos that I have to upload. So, all I'm going to say, folks, is just stay tuned. And then we will be back to okay, this is the row I promised you guys I would pull up the map on. So I'm going to hold to my promise. So crop type, why? I am so confused. I don't get how there's like all of that like mess up with I think the game might have glitched. But that little square right there is how much, that little square of just dirt, that's how much we have left to plant. I know it doesn't look like much when you're staring out the window of the tractor, but on the map, oh yeah, it's a lot. And this is the smallest field that we have to plant. And I chose to use the smallest planter on the farm to plant with. But we're getting it done. That's all that matters, is that we get all our crops in the ground before that crop deadline of May 31st. So yeah, there's another row down. I don't know how many more rows exactly we have yet to plant in this field, but the tractor seems to be going more than 6 miles an hour. That's for sure. It's a very fast-paced 1086, apparently. But at least we're getting the job done, and we are gonna have a lot of crops to sell next when the when the prices are right. Which, that's probably something we will do in May, if we get all our crops in the ground between March and April. I mean, that's the goal, is to get all the crops in the ground between March and April. But And then next weekend, there won't be any videos. Next week, Monday, we'll have a video of probably real life. Tuesday, probably American farming. Wednesday morning, there will be a real life video. There won't be anything on Wednesday night. Thursday morning, nothing. But Thursday night, there will be both real life and American farming coming out. And then Friday morning will just be American, or just real life. And then nothing for next weekend. And then I don't know what the next week is going to look like. So just stay tuned and enjoy. Well, the plan to keep the video under 45 minutes might not happen, but if we can keep it under 50, that will definitely happen. With the way the tractor's going now, the odds of us finishing this field in under 45 minutes is pretty high. So let's go ahead and check the map one more time. Actually, I'll wait 4 more rows because I don't know what. We'll just wait 4 more rows to check. So that leaves 1 more row down, 1 row back, 1 row down, and 1 row back. On that 4th row back, then we will check the field and see. You can see we're like maybe 5 rows away from the end of the field. So and we're almost done with this next row anyway. Well, it is safe to say we probably will not run out of seed during the 1980 planting season. So not this row, not the next row, but the next row is when we will check the map again. I cannot believe it's only 7:30 at night when I'm recording this. So not this row. The next row down, or the next row back that towards the farm, will be when we check the map again. So once we get going down straight away, then we will check the map. Alright, 3, 2, 1, check the map. Crop type, wheat. Well, yeah, it's looking really sketchy. And there's not any gaps in the field. But apparently the map is glitched. So there's not very much more land to plant. And if our luck pays off, we will not have to worry about driving back through the... I mean, we really wouldn't have to worry about it anyway. We just cut through the field, but it would be a lot easier if we could just cut right across County Road 241 and put the drill away and then fill the tractor and then put the tractor away. But yes, shout out to the rental man Buck. I love the Nebraska Farm Series. So if we finished heading the way that we are currently heading, then we can just cut right across 241 and put the drill away. I might just fill the tractor up with fuel before we put the drill away, because then that would probably be the smarter idea, since we have to pass by the fuel barrel anyway to get to the main machinery shed. So yeah, that'll be the plan. We're just gonna fill the tractor up with fuel before we put the drill away. Unless we run out of fuel, then we'll have to purchase a fuel trailer and go pick it up and do all that stuff. But the odds of us running out of fuel before we finish planting one field is slim to none. Well, never mind. We might not be able to... We might have to cut across the field. No, we won't. We should be able to finish it within 2 more passes. Well, yeah, we're definitely gonna... We might finish it in 2 more passes, but it'll probably end up with us down at this end of the field instead of down at the opposite end. Ooh, maybe we can hit the spot that I missed. Well, we might. No, or not. But we are almost done drilling wheat into the ground. Now I'm hoping to make a decently good sized profit off of the corn, oats, and wheat that we're growing in the first season of the 1980s farming series. Now, once we finished, my goal is to run the 80s series through the 80s, through the 90s, and into the 2000s. And hopefully by that time, American Farming 2 has come out, and we can move the series from the original American Farming over to the American Farming 2 onto a new map. So, although it probably won't be Wisconsin anymore, it'll probably be like, I don't know what state is going to be on American... I don't know what states are going to be on American Farming 2. We'll just have to wait and find out. So... Yep, the way it looks, we're going to have to drive across the field to get to the, county road. No, we won't, because there is still a small sliver of unplanted dirt right there off to my right. So we will get our wish and be able just to cross County Road 241 and then be done quicker. Well, yep, that took care of that. And so with that, here on this last row, we will check the map. So let's go ahead and pull up the map in 3, 2, 1. Crop type. And yep, we are almost done planting wheat or drilling wheat, whatever you want to call it. But so the auto steer is going to shut off in 3, 2, 1. Wait, is it? No, but we're just going to go ahead and shut the auto steer off. So let's go ahead and make that U-turn because we kind of have to. And let's go cut across County Road 241. And not be like Corey and wreck the tractor into the ditch. Let's go down because we are going to turn our turns right here. I don't know why my great-grandfather had to put the lane when he bought the place and built the farm this long of a lane, but I mean, I can see that. So the hardest part that I will have to do in the third person, so I can see what I'm doing so it's straight, is backing that thing into the shed. And there's our lovely oat ground that we get to harvest this summer. So we're just going to go ahead and pull off over here to the fuel barrel. Go ahead, fill up with fuel. And boom, we are full of fuel. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to third person so that we can get the seed drill put away without crashing. And you can go 10 mile an hour, not 6. The thing is just going to recommend you go 6 mile an hour. Okay, pull forward. Get as straight. Okay, pull forward. Get as straight as you think you can. Okay, pull forward just an inch to get straightened out. Forward again. Right there ought to be straight. Right there is as straight as we're going to get. Alright, let's go ahead and detach it. It's good. And let's get the tractor put away. Now this I can do in third. Okay, well, I might have been wrong. Yeah, that's as far. It barely fits. Just barely, and I'm not even all the way back yet. But yeah, the seed drill looks pretty straight. Alright, folks, I'll see you guys in the next episode. It won't be American farming, but it will be real life. I'll see you guys then.